While all the talk is about the other meta junglers, there's only one that's truly evil. Not really evil, but it kind of feels that way when she builds Leandries, she builds Riftmaker. You can't kill her, she has slow, she is unkillable because you can't catch her. It's a bit of a problem, and that's why she will be nerfed. But, trust me, LILLIA will still remain one of the best in the game. Borderline disgusting. Honestly, the big problem is this thing right here, the passive that gives her heal. You know, you're looking at like 22,000 healing straight up without Riftmaker from Season 13. So now, you know, unfortunately, we don't always have access to the full post-game stats, but it's got to be way higher, you know, with the Riftmaker kind of sustain that it provides with the Omnivamp. Now, we are against a Virkayu, who is one of the best junglers always in the game because he's good at everything, master of nothing, but not really weak at anything. And let's see what she does to carry this game, because LILLIA is a full-clearing jungler, but she's also a skirmisher. Yes, she scales, which is why she's good for low elo. Focus on your farm, your sequencing, your econ, smite that red up there, Raptors, Krugs, red, nice sequencing red, into the Wolves, Grump, blue. It allows you to gank this sucker here. Ooh, that's gankable. Take this thing here, gank this thing here. Potentially reset if you need to, but ideally you can stay out, go doof, da da doof, and then you can go back to base and all of this will be beautifully spawned up. Alternatively, if you go Raptors, Krugs, red, Wolves, Grump, blue, she's actually going for the blue first. What you end up doing is you actually end up sequencing back around where you gank this, take this, gank this, but the Raptors would have spawned at 3:55, 4 minutes. These would have spawned around, you know, 4:25 to 4:30, depending on champions who do this. And then you can loop, actually, that's not entirely true. It's more like 4:17-ish, but you know what it is. You loop back around here, you take this, you go to this sucker, you boom, boom. You can do a second clear without even basing. And that's pretty damn impressive and pretty useful. And I still like to do that on certain champions. Not as much the Zyra, because I kind of need those itemizations for the grubbies, but definitely on a Mundo if I'm stupid enough to play that. Look at the, see, I was just clicking around the map, showing you lanes, like, oh, look at this one too. And that just teaches you that even though she's a full clearing jungler, even though Hekra might be a full clearing jungler, none of that matters. Because if you see something that you can capitalize on in the lane, please rotate your ass over and get that free kill. Now we force a TP from the Jax. Yes, you've heard me many times. Absolutely must head over to Virkayu.gg. I have a free jungle improvement resource as well as a dedicated program where we have jungle video courses, jungle coaching VOD libraries, weekly free video content seen nowhere else, as well as Q&As and patch note rundowns, as well as a private jungle Discord. And if there's one thing I'm good at, it's making junglers reach their goals, as we saw with the record number of people hitting them at the end of Season 13. If you want to climb faster than anyone you know, jungle div every game you play, click the link below or head to Virkayu.gg. You've heard me many times say things like, hey guys, you know, the worst clear in the game is red, Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, blue, Scuttle into Grump. Why? Because it means you were so damn slow that the Scuttle spawned before you even did the Grump. In this case, she is doing that clear, but it doesn't really matter because, well, it's obvious. She ganked the lane. Now, the LeBlanc here is here, and the fiddle, who's this? Virkayu is over here. The German, you know, in German the V is pronounced like an F. Did you see that? Did you see that? She dips down, wards it, sucker, comes back up. Now, while LILLIA is looking at her map thinking, this guy's thinking, I'm so sexy. He's just thinking about himself and his shirtless self. And he misses this little dip. And it's even pinged there by the Xerath. It's even pinged on the map. Dung, 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 warded. And what does Virkayu do? Typical narcissist. Like, she sees you, man. She's hovering top of the wave. She sees you. She knows you're there. Everyone knows you're there. She's hovering in such a way that no one can do anything. She's sitting behind the minion so that this guy cannot hit E onto her to trap her in position. He does have everything up, obviously. We're just having a look at that. And now he goes down to the Scuttle Crab. Yes, I'll wait for the Scuttle. I understand that the Scuttle Crab wasn't available at that time, and he was just waiting. But there's nothing stopping you, as I covered in my ganking guide on the main channel, go to the main channel, for him to just finish, slide through this gap. There is a gap here. It's a good ward, though. It could be a little deeper, but it's a solid ward. You can still hit this as close as possible. Maybe briefly show if it's a perfect ward, but ideally you can get through easily. And go get some deep vision. Oh, a repeat gank. How juicy. You know, get some deep vision on the Raptors and the Krugs, because, my friends, if she does invest in going back to the top side, which she is doing here, right? Ignore the Virkayu for a second. Love it. TP, push in, free kill. Look at the damage though. You know, you got true damage on the outer swoop of your Q. You got sweet spot damage with your W. That's a little micro dash. But now look at this. The Virkayu is going back to base, but watch the Raptor. So I went back a little bit quickly because I want to show you. Look at the Raptor camp. You see the spawn timer on the minimap? Come on, spawn timer. There it is. Well, actually we missed it, but it didn't show up. Replay trolled us. 4 minutes. So if you invest in a little bit of the deep vision, can I gank this, and you see her go topside, you can actually afford to stay out now and just go steal the Raptors. It's unlikely you're going to hover around for the Krugs. If she doesn't do anything up here, 99% she's going to base and you'll be run into. But then you kind of invest a little bit. You know, can I mid lane? No, unlucky. I'll go get some deep vision. Can I gain bot lane? No, okay, I'll do the scuttle crab. Ideally, probably doing the scuttle first anyway, but, you know, just stick with my thought process here. She ganks top again. Oh, free Raptors. Obviously, you've got to have high-tide pathing and understand that there's risks involved with no prior, but I feel like if you still hover a little bit bot or mid, take a scuttle crab, you go get deep vision here, and then she shows top lane, you get a free Raptor camp. I do think that's most likely what we're going to get. And the LeBlanc does beautiful things, giving us a deep ward on the Raptors, which is a Viego you want on the Lillia. Like, we know what the Lillia is doing. Everyone's on the same page here, right? Everybody knows she's going to go ahead and do a resequence. There's a possibility for a gank down here, but from Lillia's perspective, you know, you got the Viego going down, you got the bottom lane pushing in, your bottom lane's behind, Grubs are up. You know, I'm not really stressed about worrying too much about bottom lane. Don't obsess over it, you know? If it's a gankable lane like it technically is, go for it, but in this case, it's shoved in so much. Viego's gonna be here. They're gonna have vision in the river. You're not gonna be able to do much. She wastes her Swirl Seed, the E, before going back to the top lane. Why is this donkey pushing? Oh, the taunt misses, no flash. I'm like, a little bit sad. But, you know, there we go. There's a Swirl Seed. Counter strike. Gets the stun. Just keep auto-attacking here. You got this. I mean, he's dead, no? Q flash. You can Q flash. So much damage. So much stickiness. So much damage. So much healing. And this is just with haunting guys. You know, and that's a, I mean, I don't know why he's shoving up like an idiot, but, you know, top laners do be top laners. Now, he's gone to the bottom side of the map again. Nice ward here. Let's just make sure we know who plays. It was the Lillia, of course. Sorry, excuse me. And I'm trying to watch everything here and talk to you in the camera. I miss things. But in game, know that you placed the ward. I think it's very crucial that you remember where you placed wards. Now, the guy just sequences, like, it's really wishy-washy nonsense. It's really representative of what most of you are facing. You are facing players like this Viego who do this nonsense. Straight up, they do this nonsense. And all the Lillia said was, I'm going to full clear. If there's a gankable opportunity, I will leave. 80% possibility, I will gank it. There was, I did it, cool. Get back to farm. Oh, it's an 80% probability gank again. I'll do it again. Could I lose my Raptors potentially? Cool, but I don't really care about that. Then I'm going to go to bottom side. If it's gankable, I do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to sequence straight up. And again, look at the map with your F keys. Where is it gankable? Where is it not? And if it isn't, finish your sequence and then go looking and then go hunting for grubs. It's just a really straightforward strategy that's easy to reproduce. Easy. It's a weird word. It's just a straightforward strategy that's easy to reproduce. Got it that time. And you see the W there. Vi's do this. A lot of champions with mobility do this. If you're going back to base here, you're replenishing your mana, you're buying, use your gap closer to get out of base quicker, get on the map quicker. Now, you're not necessarily going to use it perma, but at least initially, once or twice, you can do that. So she pings it. She's going to the Krugs to let everybody know the Shen's not getting ganked on the top side. Good job, Viego. You did something useful with your life. Obviously, they got the dragon, but who cares about that? We got grubs. Now, I know, I talk a lot about this. Look, it doesn't matter. If you have to give up a dragon, you give up a dragon. If you have to give up first grubs, give up first grubs. These are objectives. They make you stronger, they're good to use, but they're not the be-all and end-all of the game. The be-all and end of the game is you hitting turrets. Now, we are 6. We missed a wave, which means we can go for an adventure a little bit. Now, we do know that the Viego's been sequencing down, so in theory, he should have camps coming up for the 3rd, 4th rotation, you know, in the next couple phases of the game here. So you could, in theory, go look for some stuff, considering the Viego went topside, which means that sequence here is delayed, which is a bit of a problem, 3rd sequence. But if it's not up yet, if it's not blue, if there's nothing you can really do, go back to base. Now, here's where things get interesting. And I like what she may or may not do here. I'm not sure yet. You have the possibility, when you do this, to loop back around into the side bush. And I do advise for Emerald and for Diamonds, really think deeply about doing that. Yes, you might be inclined to keep going to the top side here, but you don't have second grubs for a little bit. Kind of relaxed a little bit about that. Sure, we could go dive the sucker also, but we have Shen Ultimate, right? And he's got, well, he doesn't have TP, but who cares? You know, he's got Ultimate up, so if Viego's coming down, and all of these camps are done, and our camps are going to be up, he's not going to cross-teleport, right? This isn't Star Trek. So let's take these camps, slide down past his turret into the bush there, nice and tight. I did it with Zyra in the ganking video on the main channel. If I can do it with her, you can do it with Lilia. You can do it with almost anybody. Let's see what she does do, because she obviously can justify just, if you have enough to finish the Andrews, go finish the Andrews, but she needs 850. She's only got 500. You can go to the top side here. It's really up to you which pathing you think is best. Now, obviously, we're going to see the Viego here. All right. And hopefully you have King. Oh, he showed briefly. Did anyone see that? No one saw it. You see what I'm saying? Even high elo players just don't always see the subtle changes in the minimap like that. But for sure, I'm thinking about shadowing a bottom lane gank, because if I'm in the lane here and I got ult up, definitely I can kill this bottom lane with my bottom lane. And the wave was in such a position that you could slide in as long as everyone came down to the bottom side. So I do feel like that's a good play. That's more play I would go for, mostly because I'm willing to sacrifice my top side camps. And I assume the Viega's gonna come down. And when he doesn't come down, then who cares, right? You either get a counter gank on the Viego, or you get a free gank and he has nothing. So either way, you win. It's a win-win scenario. This guy really wants to kill a LeBlanc, doesn't he? Well, he did get her that time. He does get what he wants, apparently, but he's a level up. Now you think, wow, he's a level up. Jungle experience is a little weird sometimes, but we're pretty damn close. And, you know, it's largely the kill there. Leeching experience as well in waves. Oh, there's the Shenalty. This is what I wanted to be. I wanted to be here for this. Now, the Jax does do the stun. That's a bit unfortunate. Do you understand what I'm saying, though? That decision to basically say no to this and just to this? Even if Viego goes mid lane, guess what? I'm still going to gank this. I'll take it. I'll shove it. We got the grubs. I'll take some plates. Pre-14. Then I can go back to base, or I can fall back to Krugs and go back to base because they would have respawned at that time. Now I can go topside, boom, 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 and these second grubs will be up. So maybe I can get a gank off on the Jax before all of that happens. If Viego does go mid lane and show down, then maybe I can counter jungle his camps. If he shows up, then I'm here and I'm comfortable in the 2v2. I feel like that play is way more positive feedback. Because now, Viego gets a kill in the mid lane. Viego got the dragon. The bottom lane is snowballing. We have to go to the bottom side again. Sure, we can rotate to this, and this guy's really dumb for just starting this. I don't know why he would start it. But put him to sleep, put him to sleep, put him to sleep. He's stunned. Rakan says, yo, I'm going to finish that guy up. Nice, thank you very much. LeBlanc rotates over, says, revenge. We'll get all the grubs here. Shen is going on Jax. Right through the counter-strike. You have a counter-strike. I have a double. I have a Spirit's Refuge. Didn't know that at all. No, I did know that. It was somewhere in the deep recesses of my mind. But also look at this. Just look at this for a second, okay? 2 grubs to finish. In the comments, straight up, don't lie to me, 99% of you would have finished that, yes? I coached a lot of you, so I know. You would have finished it, yes? I would have finished it, maybe, depending on how tilted I am or what state of mind I'm in. But if you want to be high elo plus and get to Challenger, you can't afford these momentary lapses of reason. You've got to be thinking, woof, not, oh, look at the Jax, he's dead. Think, my 2 laners are going to die. And go. Okay? Just go. Because, look, one does die. She immediately leaves him, rotates over here, gets the kill. Swolsey doesn't matter because we hit the Q. And now we can go back to finish these off. And we'll get the mites. And in the meantime, we've got the bottom lane doing this. Because your Jin's now 2v1, right? With Rakan dying. But it's absolutely beautiful. And you've got to learn just, you know, when to pull out of those situations. You don't always have to bow down and praise the objectives to the point that your teammates are dying. Because a lot of you would see the Jax get a double kill here and be like, can we just go to grubs, guys? Leave the damn grubs, get the kill, get the grubs afterwards. Also, Viego's totally compromised. And all of a sudden, if you would have remembered, we had a 70-odd CS equal scenario. And all of a sudden, we're up 21. We'll catch up with the Grom because that's quick +4. This is +4 as well, assuming we get that one, so we'll, again, normalize it. I'm okay kind of forcing this without the Jhin, just because we're strong. You know, this is where that 1v9 sensation comes in. I'm not a huge fan of sub-number advantage fights. You guys know that here. We should be able to smite that sub. Come on, 7. What's going on here? We have smite. Can we use it, please? What in the living hell? Let's watch it in real time. They're both super slow with smite, but we had this in total control. Let's see. So again, I'm not happy because we know we have numbers disadvantage if the Xerath rotates. He's got the sperm shots, that's fine. Lucian goes in here, but look at this. Smite, 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 smite. What are you doing? We have 9, it's 900. There's no discrepancy here. The big problem with that is like if you're doing a dragon or something like that. Tick, 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 tick. If, you know, like you've got 1200 smite, or they have 1200 smite, you have 900, or they have 900, you have 600, then you never want to coin flip those scenarios. But in this case, they both have 900 damage on smite. There's no, like, that should have been easily, easily ours. I mean, but yeah, it is what it is. We're 4-0-1, though, and we have a big lead. Lucian's really, really fed. Viego's still going to be fine. The Xerath will always be fine. The LeBlanc only has 1 kill, the cleanup kill. So obviously we see this, you see this, the little mist of the depressed, and yeah, I'm okay going for this dive. I'm okay going for this dive. There it is. Swirl Seed. Good night. Oh, God, don't need to use a good night. Shen's like, thanks for the assist. Did help though. Now we go deep into the jungle. Obviously the Viego is level 9, we're level 9, and you know, he's gone to the bottom side here. I don't mind having a little probe because in all of this Fiesta stuff, ooh, well, he's out of position. That is a really bad Swirl Seed to miss, but we burn the flash. Herald is available. We know Viego's going to be on the bottom side. Now he knows we're on the top side. So you might be thinking, what about my red side camps? Well, just ciao. Ciao. They're gone. If Viego shows up here, which he does, then maybe they're not gone. But if the lanes keep being normal human beings, and Viego can do nothing else, he's 100% in your jungle here. He's going down to the shadow of this. You're losing all of this, but because you were seen, there's no point basing. You might as well get the objective. It's going to help you win the game, and then you might as well fall back to your camps thereafter. Viego does catch the 2 kills, though. He's still going to go down here, isn't he? Yeah, he's still going to do it. Yeah, you know it's all gone. You know it's gone. It's tragic when this happens. He's at 6.3. He's at the same gold amount as us. Right. Enough wishy-washy nonsense. Let's win this game. How do we do this with an inting, well, very inting bottom lane, mid lane who's not really having any sort of impact? Really, it's you and the Shen. And there isn't a more Chad-like beast of a top laner that you'd want. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this. Assassin's Creed Shen, Ezio Shen, ready to go. So play around it. Strong top laners who get fed can still carry games, especially Shens. Now I want to play Shen jungle. Titanic is a good rush these days. I know most of you do it. I have done it. We'll see. So basically, obviously, once they've taken this, shoved in this, stolen all of this, killed everybody, they're going to reset, come to the top side if you overcommit, so they don't overcommit. We fall back here, we still have the Herald, no point wasting it there because they're all coming to the top side. Shen gets a little fancy with the denial of minions to kill that turret instead of just killing it and falling back with his 1250 gold. And so now the entire enemy team can show up. The problem is for them that the LILLIA is super duper 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 strong, and she's going to put people to sleep. Rakan goes in dancing, and she tries to put people to sleep. It actually doesn't put anyone to sleep because she doesn't press the button. The Lucian shows up here. We're going to do a swoop-de-doop. We're going to hold the R. If we need to use it, we'll use it and waste it. There we go. Okay, that's fine. So basically, a lot of talking, a lot of noise, not a lot of action. The bonks on the bottom side here with the Ludens. We're trying to hit like a nice 3-man queue or something. Like you want to put everyone to sleep, but they're spacing well. You know, if I can put Lucian to sleep, I would. Okay, Jax goes in way too deep. Shen's ulting us. Obviously, the shield's there, and yeah, again, the Jax is just like the Jax is playing like the bottom lane. We've got the inting top lane versus the inting bottom lane. Who will win? Now we can put someone to sleep, but obviously Lilia presses the magic button. However, Shen plus Lilia equals dead Lucian. Oh, that ultimate is obnoxious, but hey, ult for an ult. Plus a kill. Now, Jax is dead. Luciano is dead. We have 1 HP, so don't waste your Herald here. You will die. There's a dragon spawning. They have 2. We should probably try and get one. Shen goes to the bottom lane preemptively. What I call a good scout. He's simultaneously a starting unit and also a paladin without a horse. Age of Empires reference. Let's go ahead and stack. So what's she doing on the Raptors there? She's taking them, but she's also priming 4 stacks so that she can move around the fight, get into the fight a lot quicker as well. So you always want to make sure you're doing that. Team does a good job here. Team slash Shen. Go into the, what on earth? Sorry, let's just watch that. So Shen starts it up. Lilia is getting her stacks, although, you know, it allows her to get there quicker, so it's not like everybody else. Everyone else, get here quickly. The Milio and the Xerath go into the river by themselves for no particular reason whatsoever at all. Guys, it's not worth dying over the 3rd dragon. It's not worth dying over the 3rd dragon. It just isn't. It just isn't. Now, normally, as you all know, that third dragon, I like to tell you guys that you should be in a position to straight up win that fight. Hit the turret a little bit. That's where you want to be strong at, that 80-minute third dragon. Hello? That's funny. So we do have this here. And it doesn't give me any data, right? Can we have the healing data on this, please? Please. I want to see this 10% Omnivamp, what it gives to me in the end. Or damage at least, but it'd be nice to see the Omnivamp. It's not like it was before, it's obviously significantly less, but it's still Omnivamp, right? Yeah, I'd like to see. In your post game, have a look at healing done to yourself. And if you buy Crypt Bloom like I do, have a look to see the healing you do for your teammates. Usually easily 2 to 4k easy. And those can be game-changing fights. You know, like a Terra can get like 8k healing, and you're just dishing out 4k on an item. Nullifying half of his kit for the whole game, you know, and you only get that item like second, third. So, you know, there's a lot of those kinds of things going around at the moment, but yeah. So, red team make a dumb mistake and then lose a dragon fight. We activate the Herald, a little bit silly, a little bit wasted, maybe a little forgotten. Could have used it mid lane perhaps just to shove it all the way down and get all the mites. That could have been nice to set up for the Baron. Could have used it down here as well. Here it comes. Ult is available, rank 2. Diego's in a precarious situation. Presses the E. Just decides to go in on the LeBlanc because he knows he can kill her. She will die. Can we prevent him getting the soul? No. Yeah, LeBlanc. Now their whole team rotate to the Herald play. And Lily's like, oh my god, do I have to kill? Like, Jin's just sitting here. Going back to... I think he was out. Like, I don't think anyone expected him to be here, but the Jin's useless. Yeah, that's not a good throw. That's okay. You want to carry the game, right? This is it. You guys always ask me, what do we do when our teams are dumb? What do we do when our teams do dumb things? My friends, yeah, just do LILLIA. Look at the healing, look at the movement speed, look at the damage. It's that simple. Now you're saying to me, what do you mean it's that simple? Yes. Everything we've talked about for 20 to 21 minutes is about getting strong. Is about being as strong or not stronger than the enemy jungler. Is about getting whatever objectives we can get, whether it's 1 dragon, 6 grubs, doesn't matter. Just get something. In this case, we got 6 grubs, 1 dragon, and a herald for their 2 dragons, so we win. Alright? We're fed, we have a farming lead, or had a farming lead, now we're the same. Alright? We're 7-0-8, we haven't died, we played smart, we ditched situations which were doomed, we went to situations that were undoomed and really good situations, we tried to counter jungle, we pushed waves as much as we could, we won a neutral team fight, and at the end of the day, eventually, all of your jungling and everything we say is about winning a goddamn team fight. It's about using your kit, your unfair advantage in your kit, to put people to sleep, to force a melee ult. That means everyone else can hit their spells. It's about actually using that lead in a PvP sense, and you have to. Rarely will you not have to. I mean, some cases like a split pushing Belbeth maybe, like you don't have to worry as much about it, but you still eventually need to do something about it. Ult again in 9 seconds. 22, 25 Magi stacks coming up. Oh, yes. 24. He just looks like he just stood there. But now she becomes really unkillable, and no one's gonna really be able to CC her. Now we take all the stuff, we push the wave, beautiful, go back to base with the Baron, and basically now we've got the Crypt Bloom. Plus, here we go. You can't go Rallies, you can't go Zhonya's, you can't go Void, you can't go Death Cab. I do like the Crypt Bloom overall. You know, if you don't really need it, the Death Cab, but I think Crypt Bloom just is better synergy for everybody. We do have the R active there, but we're not going to use it. Lucian, my man, where are you going? Goodness gracious me, we'll take that kill. Healing goes through onto the Xerath. It's a 60-second cooldown on that Crypt Bloom, so remember, sometimes it giveth and sometimes it don't giveth. I think we mentally broke the entire enemy team. And we still have our ult up as well. But don't ult the Milio. Still damage, I guess, but still, yeah. Well, that's it then. 13-0-9, an easy close. We mentally broke them with those last 2 team fights. Landry is 2,500 damage. Crypt Bloom 628 healing from 1 proc. From 1 proc. Imagine a tight fight that goes on for another a tight game that goes on for another 16 minutes. Juicy. LILLIA, absolutely disgusting champion. Being nerfed, still going to be disgusting. Don't worry about that. Thank you very much for watching. See you all in the next one.